I've got a story to tell you guys. We gotta get close. Closer. A man that has no care for his life or those around him, where his only instinct is to walk the walk and talk the talk. Hey guys, Captain Blueberry here, and I wanted to ask the question if you can beat the Resident Evil 4 remake by only walking. We can't click our sprint button, and if we do, we instantly fail the challenge. Now, another rule is, we can't do any new game plus, and no case charms to give us any boosts in helping in crafting weapons or healing. Our story starts off like any other story on this channel, where we go on a camping trip to go sing Kumbaya out in the forest with the gang. I bind the run key to the equal sign. Then instantly I realize how long this would take. Leon likes to take his sweet ass time with his walking. I come across some random guy's house and I make the decision, instead of knocking, I wanted to become a home intruder. And since I don't know any Spanish, I asked Google Translate to help me out. I get to his basement and I find out he had a sex dungeon. He was cutting holes in other parts of the body to experiment, and then I heard something stumbling down the stairs. Jesus Christ, he was coming after my booty even though he was dead. Even more sex-starved savages tried to take my asshole away from me.
The booty is mine, it belongs to me, you cannot take my booty!
Not only did the villagers want to take my asshole, they also took away the dogs. Now any normal person would go screaming for the hills trying to get away from them, but not me. I was here to save the president's daughter at all costs, and the president gave me direct orders that I had to do this all by walking. After a long while of strutting my stuff, I come across a village and they were burning one of my friends. This place was getting more exciting by the minute. Though my homie may have died, at least I have the option to maybe join their cult. I politely asked the local gilf where their dear leader was. For some reason they all got their panties in a twist and they tried to kill me, so I locked myself up in the local building. I thought I was safe until a man with a chainsaw came. After that, I knew my fate was sealed as I could only walk away from it. We grabbed a shotgun. I filled up my friend with 12 gauge, but he kept on coming. It's almost like I forgot how to get shit done.
You've been in the joint too long, Al. You've forgotten how to get shit done.
I ran around the building a couple times trying to hold them off. After defending myself for a while, the church bells ring and it was Sunday's mass. So they decided to leave me there alive and repent for their sins. I loot around the village for a while, making sure to go fist deep in every nook and cranny. I explored around the farm for a while until I ran into Big Giant Cowhead. This guy seemed like a problem before I started the challenge, but really he was just a slight nuisance. He was more like a bullet sponge, taking up precious ammo to defeat. As I walked through the forest, the cheeky little bastards tried to blow a little box that was filled with rocks, but the testosterone in my nuts kept me weighted down to the ground, only being able to move my feet one at a time. A man with suicidal tendencies held up a stick of dynamite so I could shoot it, and I'm much obliged.
If I were a bad demo man, I wouldn't be sitting here discussing it with you now, would I? Oh, they're going to have to glue you back together in hell!
I go downstairs and come across the Magnum Dong condom, and oh, there's a man inside. After which I get manhandled by a giant homeless man, and I mark one off the bucket list. He loads me up with some fent. Me and Lewis kill a guy with my thunder thighs. We lose all our gear and we have to go knife only. We run into the challenge's first problem, which is this valve. You see, it only holds this door open for a certain amount of time, and we have to make sure to get there as fast as we can. Now, this challenge, at first I thought maybe the enemies would be the problem, but really it was the environment. The environment really tried to fuck me over. But first, if you guys made it this far, you made it past my average viewer duration, so you might as well subscribe to help the channel grow. It really helps out, and if you're into challenge runs, my whole channel is about them. So leaving that notification on will alert you whenever I make a new challenge run. Also leave a comment and a like, it'd be really grateful, and join the Discord. The problem is almost every single time I don't have enough time to make it through the door. Try after try, and I started to think it was impossible. The door was closing too fast, and Leon wanted to take his sweet time walking over there, making it impossible for me to get there in time. Luckily enough, after a while, I was able to get there on time. I'm not sure what I did different. All I did was take the same route, and I walked the same. Maybe I canceled the animation a little bit faster. I'm not sure, but I'm going to show you guys the whole clip just so you know I did make it past. But yeah, no. I'm not sure what changed here, but luckily I was able to get there and just slide right on under. I meet the merchant and buy the rifle off him. I test my new rifle by thunder cutting its round straight through some old lady. I grab the hexagon emblem for the door. I get the Punisher, which totally isn't an edgelord's name.
My name is not important.
People take one look at me and go, ah, help, run! A big, stupid, ugly ogre.
Hey, now get your game on, go play.
I get to do one of the game's first puzzles, and let's just say this game is very hit or miss with its puzzles. Sometimes they'd be incredibly easy that a brainlet could do, and other times they feel like you have to be Albert Einstein. The big cheese manhandles me. I have to backtrack to the village, witness the events of 9/11, then enter the church. I find a portrait of the dear leader. I get to the church and of course it's locked, so I have to go on another side quest to get in. I take my aggression out on the local birds. I watch a guy get eaten by a giant lake monster. I find the gas can for the boat. I fuel up the boat, and of course nothing ever is easy. The circumcised wiener tries to take away my foreskin. Now the boss fight was pretty easy. Since we didn't have to walk around, we just stayed on the boat, penetrating him with long poles until he died. The monster has an aneurysm and dies. Leon's period cramps put him to sleep. Now this part was pretty boring. It wasn't in the original game, and I didn't see why they found it necessary to add it. I guess it was to add more padding, but really, I'm just gonna give a brief description. It wasn't fun to play. You just do a whole bunch of puzzles and fight some more enemies. I look around for some symbols to open up a door. We grab the first head, then the second. We place the heads and get a door key. I head back up to the church, but this guy in a raincoat summoned a big giant ogre. The problem with this boss fight is I can't run away, so whenever he comes towards me, I have to just tank the damage, making it impossible for me to dodge whenever he wants to stop in my Badussi. I shoot the parasite in him, making him crash out and die. I head into the church and do the worst puzzle possible. They remade this puzzle from the original, and I think they made it worse. In the original, it was hard, but I was able to figure it out a lot faster. With this one, I had to look up how to do it correctly, and then failed to try to do that even. Because I tried to copy the positions of them, which didn't work. So instead, I just had to fuck around and find out. So I spin the things until they work. I meet Ashley for the first time, and I don't know if I'm the only one that likes the original better, but me personally, I prefer the original Ashley. Some villagers come to storm the church. Leon jumps out another window, and I run into another problem. Not only does the environment fuck me raw, but also so does Ashley. Since instead of wanting to come right next to me, she likes to hang back a little even when you have her as close as possible. So now not only do we both have to walk, but she gets grabbed up so easily, and they always target her. They'll even run past me just to grab her. We backtrack to the village yet again. We get stuck in a house and have to defend it from a mob of villagers, which is really easy because you have Luis with you, so all you gotta do is survive on the downstairs part until they break the window up top and move up there with Luis. We get told we have a new strain of AIDS. After fighting our way through some more villagers, we go to grab this lever and hit the sickest backflip that was totally necessary. Taking 2 steps back, anyways, I hit him with the flash and I unload all the grenades I saved up for this fight. If you save up a whole bunch of grenades, it really makes this super easy. All you gotta do is keep throwing them, and then when you run out, you come in with your shotgun if you saved up any ammo. The Big Cheese does some more aura farming, but unlike him, I had mastered the crafts of aura farming. He thought he was cool by walking straight for us really slowly, but he expected us to run. Instead, I slowly made my way up, not caring about Ashley or mine's safety. Clearly that was a mistake because I get put in a non-consensual threesome. After learning my mistake, I quickly fixed it. All you have to do is walk forward, shoot the guys, and then maybe turn around and shoot the Big Cheese, just in case if he's getting a little too close. It doesn't kill him, but it will stagger him. Ashley gets her foot stuck in the board, and I contemplate sawing off her foot just so then we can move on.
Bullshit.
The Big Cheese corners us in a factory. Then we start our fight. Luckily, since I play my games on Piss Baby Easy mode for my challenges, this fight wasn't as hard as it would usually be. Though still, he was fast enough to catch me while I was walking. So your best bet here is just to unload all your rounds into him and trying to stun lock him. In his second phase, it's not as bad. All you have to do is dodge his throwing attacks by just simply walking by. I put the thick boy down. Then we make our way into the castle. We encounter the weird new scrotum monster. Then we get attacked by a bunch of catapults. Though I may have ruptured every organ in my body, throwing away the capability of having kids, I was not failing this challenge. The best thing to do right here is just to throw grenades into the spots where the catapults were sitting at, killing the men that are triggering them, leaving only one left for you. We use the cannon to break down the door. We meet the handsomest man in the world. Then we meet their version of Wolverine. I blow his back out. We do another lame ass puzzle. We head into the water room. Then I accidentally blow Ashley's brains out all over the walls. I collect the wheel. Then we crank down the stairs. And I have to defend Ashley while she raises the two platforms. This part's pretty easy, there's not much to worry about. Ashley goes through an emo phase. I kill the boy in his striped pajamas. I meet Ada, and her voice actor plays off as one from Cry of Fear with how I can tell she really cared about this project.
Well, if it isn't the bitch in the red dress.
We do another puzzle. We meet the spider enemies. We try to run to the other side of the castle while the giant monster is trying to throw rocks at us. I break a bunch of rocks to raise the cannon up, which I want to point out, how does Leon break a chain with only his elbow? We meet up with Ashley again, and she decides that her menstrual cycle is over. We get to the doggo section, and here I get to one of my most embarrassing moments in my challenge videos. I climb up there because there are 3 towers you have to climb up to pull levers to open up a gate that's locked, and as you can see, I saw the lever and I still ignored it. I'm not sure how retarded I am, but I'm pretty sure I challenged someone with Down syndrome. I spent my time making sure to clear out all the dogs because I didn't want any of them chasing after me. We open the door and go to leave. We do a little dinner date puzzle. Save up a whole bunch of grenades to throw and kill the red pajama boy, because if you don't kill him in time, what he'll do is he'll do this weird shaman thing that activates the Las Plagas in all the enemies, and they end up going psycho. And we put the heads on the statue. Leon gets stuck in a cage and we have to play as Ashley. We sneak around as Ashley for a minute, hearing distant noises. Some knight armor that's been infected with Las Plagas. I don't know how, but anyways, they start chasing us. I get downstairs and this part gets a little ass clenching because each time you ring the bells, a bunch of armor activates and they start chasing you. And since I can only walk, this makes it even harder. Not knowing how far they are due to stuff blocking my way made it even worse. We do yet another puzzle. Yay! Then we get to another problem. Some of these knights are pre-firing, so they're set in a stance where they're mid-swing, and if you walk near them, you'll get killed instantly. So what does this mean? This means I have to try and play over and over, figuring out what path I can take and which one I can't. After my asshole gets stretched and becomes something unholy, I finally escape. I bait out the knight from the staircase to slip past him. Ashley tosses Leon the key, but she gets kidnapped in the process. I grab the assault rifle from the painting. I head back down to the basement to go kill the Golden Knight. I take him down with ease. Get to the bug nest, and which this part proved no challenge. It just has infinite spawning enemies that are super weak, so you don't really have to worry about anything here. All you gotta do is go pull 2 levers. A couple tornado kicks later, and we pull all the levers. After getting out of there, we head into the 2 Wolverines section. This part doesn't pose as much of a threat. All you have to do is shoot them and then crouch down and then silently walk away. After killing them, we head into whatever the fuck this is. I fight Salazar's right-hand man. I kill him, then head to the elevator. Me and Luis fight through the mines. Then we get to this part. You see, you have to place TNT on that rock, and when you explode it, a whole bunch of rocks come caving down, and you end up getting crushed. So, I thought right here was the end of the challenge. I tried this about a couple times, and I'm not sure what I did different again, but half the time what it does is it will stun you. You get stunned in place as soon as the explosion happens, so you have no time to keep moving. We fight the 2 thick boys. Now, since the video is getting too long, I'm going to try and skip over most of this because half of this shit isn't important and it's just dragging out the game. Me and Luis go on a minecart ride. Krauser comes in and kills Luis. I fight Krauser. I fight my way up through an elevator. Then we get to the Salazar boss fight. Now, this was really easy because I saved all my Magnum rounds just for this fight. I blow him a new asshole. Take a ride to the island. We kill our first minigun enemy. Find out where Ashley's being held. I accidentally walk in on a couple's fun time. We meet the regenerators. I save Ashley. I have to defend Ashley while she busts down a wall. Ashley gets kidnapped yet again. Then we get into Krauser's boss fight. Now, since I can't run from his bow, I dominantly walk by knowing full well he can rupture my spinal cord at any minute. Knowing a man can blow your back out at any moment and walking away as if nothing happened truly meant that he was no longer the hunking soldier man he tries to play out to be. Now we get to his final fight, and this part's pretty easy. All you have to do is invade whenever the prompt comes up or block any of his attacks. Some attacks you can't block, so you're gonna have to take that shit to the shoulder, but it's whatever. Because if you're like me, I saved up all my heals throughout my playthrough, so really, it didn't really matter how much damage he did to me. I tell him I love him and stick a knife into his heart, and here I fail the challenge. We get to another valve section, and we have to hold it for yet another door like we did in the village, but this time, you can't make it. They separated this shit so far out, and no matter what I did, I tried to make it on time, but you just don't have enough. If anyone knows a glitch that I can do to pass by this, please let me know. But other than that, I had failed the challenge. So I run as fast as I can to beat the door. We had came so far in this challenge, and we had not failed after time and time again when the game tried to stop me. But this time I did. Out of anger, I threw my grenade at it, wishing I could blow the door open. But instead I couldn't. Knowing that Leon can break chains with his elbow, he can't lift a fucking metal door? I had lost it. I was pissed off, and I had tried to kill the merchant. After that attempt failed, I threw a grenade at the bastard. Yet he lived. He could have held the door for me, and I couldn't kill him? He was invincible. Anyways, we cure Ashley, she cures me, and we make it on to the final boss fight. Yet again, I save up all my Magnum rounds, so this boss was easy, but I was still pissed. You can get through this whole game without running, and yet still, that door stopped it. This challenge would have been a success. We kill Sadler for good, then we have to make it off the island before it explodes. I make it to the jet ski on time, and then we escape. So no, you cannot beat Resident Evil 4 Remake without running. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe, join the Discord, and leave a comment. It helps spread out the videos. Let me know if you got any challenge ideas in the comments or in the Discord. And with that, I'll see y'all in the next challenge.